Na asti, they cannot be. Buddhi, transcendental, intelligence. Ayuktasya, one who is not connected with Krishna consciousness. Na not cha and ayuktasya, one devoid of Krishna consciousness. Bhavana, fixed mind in happiness. Na not cha and abhavyataha, one who is not fixed. Santi, peace. Asantasya, the unpeaceful. Kutaha, where there is sukham, happiness. Translation: one who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace? Do you understand this? Well, you can repeat that. One who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace? Is it clear? Yeah? Purport. Unless one is in Krishna consciousness, there is no possibility of peace. So it is confirmed in the 5th chapter, 529, that when one understands that Krishna is the only enjoyer of all the good results of sacrifice and penance, that he is the proprietor of all universal manifestation, and that he is the real friend of all living entities, then only can one have real peace. Therefore, if one is not in Krishna consciousness, whether there cannot be a final goal for the mind. Disturbance is due to one of ultimate goal. When one is certain that Krishna is the enjoyer, the proprietor and friend of everyone and everything, then one can with a steady mind bring about peace. Therefore, one who is engaged without a relationship with Krishna is certainly always in distress and without peace. However much he may show of peace and spiritual advancement in life, Krishna consciousness is a self-manifested peaceful condition which can be achieved only in relationship with Krishna. Understand this? Hmm? So I'm going to show you in another place in the Srimad Bhagavatam, right? So this is a question raised by a king. King is named Maharaj Nimi. He's asking this question. Yeah? O king, King Nimi said, O great sage, please explain how even a foolish materialist can easily cross over the illusory energy of the Supreme Lord, which is always insurmountable for those who are not self-controlled. So he's asking this question, how to go above this problem, because we are all in miserable condition, and attain what? The supreme peace. That means to attain. In fact, he's asking that how to overcome Maya and get real happiness. Yes? So here the king is asking these Navayogendras. They are sons of Rishabdev, 9 of them. Just like the 4 Kumaras, you have the Navayogendras. So here, the first thing that this sages, he said, Prabhuda, his name. No? See what he says. Sri Prabhuda said, accepting the roles of male and female in human society, the the conditioned soul unite in sexual relationship. Third, they constantly make material endeavors to eliminate their unhappiness and ultimately increase their pleasure. But one should see that they inevitably achieve exactly the opposite result. In other words, their happiness inevitably vanishes, and as they grow older, their material discomfort increases. This is first point. And this is what everyone is involved. Practically everybody is a householder. Right? Oh, well, yes, yes or not? Is this thing wrong? You are very, very happy. All the many other wives are sitting next door. Are you? Tell me. Huh? No comments. Don't want to comment. See, this is our position. We are thinking that we can become very happy by this program. Yes? Yes? Hello? Huh? Actually, it is says here, so much of what? They try to solve their problem, more problem comes, yes? And then as they grow older, more and more problems. Correct? In fact, Prahlad Maharaj said another verse, Visumbar. What is that? Maithuna Adi Graham. 7? 7, 9, 45. See, a little boy, Prahlad Maharaj is speaking. Huh? You see here what he's saying. I want to show you this verse. Yan Maitunadi. Maitunadi means what? Sexual relationship. Grahamedi means one who is not a grahastha. Grahamedi means someone who is what? Very fond of sex life. So Grahamedi means someone whose house is simply meant for sex life. Sukam hai tucham. Right? You see the word, Sukam hai tucham. Tucham means insignificant. The sex pleasure that is running after is very insignificant. Kandunena. Kandunena. Karoyor eva. You see another word? Dukha dukham. He is chasing after this insignificant happiness, but on the contrary, he is getting what? Dukha dukham. What is this dukha dukham? Dukham square. And dukkha means what? Misery. Dukkha, another dukkha means what? Huh? What? Hello? Nothing. What? More miseries, yes? Tripayanti neha. Tripta means what? Happiness, correct? Neha means what? He will never get happiness. Krapana. Instead of becoming a Brahmana, he becomes a what? Krapana means a miser. A Brahmana is very benevolent, to help everybody. Whereas the Krapana is what? Miser, only interested in himself. In other words, he does not become happy. His qualities degrade down to become a miser. You follow? And then you see this, Bahu. Bahu means what? Huh? Many. Dukkha means what? So he is going to get what? More Sukam. See this? Anybody, no need to be big Sanskrit scholar. Anybody can understand this. Yes? Bhaja. He gets this. And Kandutvena Manisijam Vishiheta Dhira. Now there's another word introduced. A Dhira, a sober person. He does not get involved in this. Because he's full of what? You understand this? Let's read the Sanskrit translation. Sex life is compared to the rubbing of two hands to relieve an itch. Grahamedi, so-called grahastas who have no spiritual knowledge, think that this teaching is the greatest platform of happiness. Although actually it is a source of distress. The Kripanas, the fools who are just the opposite of Brahmanas, are not satisfied by repeated sensual enjoyment. Those who are dhira, however, who are sober and tolerate this itching, are not subject to the sufferings of fools and rascals. So this so-called pleasure that we are serving is the source of many, many problems. You understand? And this is what they are. The whole material world is running under this. The whole material is running under this platform. Passion. Yes, you take everything. Your what? Your Facebook, your TikTok, your what? Everything. Yes. What is inside there? What they advertise? Huh? The moment they put a picture of a woman, or for the woman picture, oh, very nice. You are attracted. Yes. Yes. And the more the whole program is very explicitly showing nudity, oh, very nice. Yes. This is what we think, because in the Bhagavad Gita it says also, material pleasure, passion immediately attracts it is like what? Nectar initially, but poison in the end. That is how material pleasure is. Immediately you get attracted and immediately there is pleasure. But in the end is what? Let's explain here. You understand? This thing is also explained in the Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, this point is also explained. Do you know where? Don't know? Hello? Pandit Ji, right? She is Pandit, Sanskrit scholar. What? Tell me. Anyone knows in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also said this thing? Huh? 1837, that this is a poison and this thing, right? No. I'm talking about pleasure. 5? Right. Good. The Panditji is sitting at the back. So here, you see here. An intelligent person does not take part in sorts of misery which are due to the contact of material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and an end, so the wise man does not delight in them. Just now we read Dhira. Manisija is Dhira. A person who is sober, he doesn't want to get into this. Because it is very what? Going to be what? Painful. Yes? You see now you got involved, then you got children, then you got to work, right? No. Yes or no? Yes. Your bondage increase, yes? Yes or no? Huh? In other words, explaining this point, in this verse, the attraction between male and female is the basic principle of material existence. What? Huh? Yes? Yes or no? What college is for? What's your college is for? Nothing. Huh? What is your college for? Tell me. To look for mala, japa mala. Huh? To look for what? Shila, Bhagavatam Shila. What? Tell me. That is the whole thing. Sexual, what? Come. On the basis of this misconception, which ties together the hearts of the male and female, one becomes attracted to this body, property, home, children, relatives, and wealth. In this way, one increases life's illusion and thinks in terms of I and mine. Janasya mohohyam aham mameti. Understand? When you think of me and mine, then you're no better than a what? Animal. Animal can only think like that. This is mine, this is you. You understand? So when you have sex relationship, your consciousness go down. You understand? You get your hearts get knotted, and then you think of what? Expansion. What is that? Sutta after Vitai, body become attracted to his body, home, property, children, relatives, wealth. One thing after the other. And this way your bondage is what? Item. And you cannot be happy. You cannot be. So therefore you see how sex life is the cause of a lot of problems. It does not give you happiness. It is not. You follow? Yeah? Now let's go to the other one. I have explained this thing at length. This is the next thing that we are attracted to. It says here, Nitya artendena, vitena means wealth. Durlabena atmam mrityuna grahapatyapta pasubir ka prite sadhi tes chalaha chalaye. Wealth is the perpetual source of distress. It is most difficult to acquire and is virtual death for the soul. Therefore, what satisfaction does one actually gain from his wealth? Similarly, how can one enjoy any genuine happiness from those things that are gained or maintained by one's hard-earned money, such as home, children, relatives, and domestic animals in their whole family? So the next thing that we run after, first thing is what? I already explained, sex life. Second thing we think that can give us happiness is what? Of course, to keep sex life going, you need money. Yes? Yes or no? And here it says, wealth is the perpetual source of distress. The what? Hello? What is it? Huh? Perpetual source of? It is most difficult to acquire. Yes? Easy. How many hours you have to work? Only 1 hour. Huh? You see, some of you are working with family also far away. Yes? Correct? How much struggle it is. Yes? Tomorrow the company said, tomorrow I'm not paying it. What do you do? Correct? Yes or not? So money is the honey. Yes? Hello? Huh? No. Prabhu, you don't talk like this, Prabhu. You got no money, how you run your temple? Yes, you think Krishna what? You need your money? Huh? Krishna is a beggar here. You don't put your paisa here, Krishna go broke. Hello? Tell me. I want to show you another verse. For human society, constantly thinking of how to earn money and apply it for sense gratification brings about the destruction of everyone's interests. Hello? Today I'm going to ask my boss for pay increase. I'm not going to work otherwise. No, you don't think like that. I'm sure no, right? Huh? No. Huh? Looking at the job column, I find out another company. Yes. Hello. That's what it is. Thinking. When one becomes devoid of knowledge and devotional service, huh? When one becomes devoid of knowledge and devotional service, he enters into the species of life like those of trees and stones. Never mind, bro, at least I become a tree in Singapore. Huh? No need PR, I'll stand there. Yeah? You like that idea? Think. This is written by who? Some joker. Some joker wrote this. This is from where? Where is this from? Where? Srimad Bhagavatam. The last book written by who? Vedavyas. The last book. After this book, no more book. So he is saying something wrong. Tell me. Yeah? So you see how detrimental it is if we try to divert our consciousness in thinking about, money is important, Prabhu, I have to think about it. Huh? See? If we constantly think about it, then the result, the problem will be very bad. So we are trying to find happiness from sex life, it is a no-go. We are trying to find happiness with money, it is terribly a big disaster. Yes? Isn't it? Yeah? Then what is the next thing we try for? Nothing, bro, enough. Don't show me anymore, I will get a headache. I won't come back next Sunday. Too frightening, this class. Actually, I don't give class. I get others to give class. If I sit here, then it's very frightening. Yes? Yes? Correct? So you see, the next thing that we are, going for, this is the next thing we are trying for. One cannot find permanent happiness even on the heavenly planets, which one can attain in the next life by ritualistic ceremonies and sacrifice. Even in material heaven, the living entity is disturbed by rivalry with his equals and envy of those superior to him. And since one's residence in heaven is finished with the exhaustion of pious activities, the denizens of heaven are afflicted by fear, anticipating the destruction of their heavenly life. Thus they resemble kings who, though enviously admired by ordinary citizens, are constantly harassed by enemy kings and who therefore never attain actual happiness. So you see, even if you go to heaven, you cannot become happy. Yes. This is also confirmed by Lord Krishna. You know where it says? You know where it says? Even in heaven also, yeah, what is become heaven? Even you go to Brahmaloka also, you cannot become. Anyone knows? Huh? Hare Krishna. Yeah. Abrahama Bhuvanaloka Puna Avatinojuna Mamopeti tu Kaunteya Punajanmana Vidyate. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery. This is spoken by who? In that Bhagavad, wherein repeated birth and death take place. For one who attains my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. So even if you do all your karma kanda, yagyas and this and that, trying to get promoted to Swarga, you cannot also be happy there. You cannot become happy. So, what are the three things I said? Physical contact, sex life, you cannot become happy. Trying to run after money, you cannot be happy. If you just want to get out of this and go to heaven, you also cannot become happy. So, how to become happy now? Give me some suggestion. Hello, I'll go to America and try. Huh? American passport, Prabhu. Yes? Where you think you can get happiness? Where? Today's verse, Bhagavad Gita, we read. Yes? Only by going to who? Hello?
Surrender yourself to God Krishna.
Huh?
Surrender yourself to God Krishna and believe that whatever is happening in our life is done by God, so that you will feel happy when you have good things happening with you. You give credit to God, bad things happen. Also, you like not credit to God, but like believe it's done by God. So it's like you don't feel disheartened or unhappy.
Oh, really? Really? Huh? How to go and surrender to God?
Just believe.
Just believe.
Believe.
Just believe only you can go. Huh? I can believe that, oh, suddenly I surrender, tomorrow I'm going to strike the lotto.
No, it's not.
That's belief. Huh? Is also belief.
Yeah, you can believe, but
It is not correct. This belief is subject to again our mental perception. You understand? It's based on my thinking. I can say I surrender, but surrender is not based on my mental perception. Surrender means God has to accept. Yes or no? Correct? I say I surrender, tomorrow I can do something else. Correct? Yes? So how to determine the surrender? How? Good. This is in the next point where you see here. It's a very important verse, this verse. So here you see, Tasmat Guru Prapadyeta Jigya Shreya Uttamam. This word is Shreya Uttamam, not Preya Uttamam. Sabde Parecha Nisnantam Brahmani Upa Samashrayam. Therefore, if you want to get real happiness, this is it. Therefore, any person who seriously desires real happiness must seek a bona fide spiritual master and take shelter of him by initiation. You understand this point? You cannot go to Krishna directly. That's not possible. Like he said, I think I can, but still it is all mental perception. You understand? So you must go to who? And then the Guru will tell you, do this, do that. Not that you tell the Guru what to do. No, that doesn't work. Understand? Because you and Krishna got no relationship. Is there any relationship? You still can do whatever you like. Not only that, you don't know what to do. You think that this is what I will do and that may Krishna will be happy. How you know? How you know? You don't know. Correct? Yes? And this is why, this is in fact your popular saying also, Mata, Pita, Guru and then Deva. Yes, that's what Guru Prapadye Jigya Susraya Uttamam. This is the thing. So unless we have a Guru, I mean a Guru means not anybody, yeah? A Guru means what? Someone who is connected to Krishna. Someone who is coming in the parampara with what? Like Prabhupada. He is coming from there's only four paramparas. Guru is not coming from this four paramparas, then his mantra is Nispala. It doesn't work. Upper Sampradaya. No. There are only four Sampradayas. That's why some people say, no, I also got Guru. When I was young, I took some initiation from some Baba. You understand? Many, I think Indian, many of them are Buddhist. Correct? So a Guru means he must come authorized. Is what? An authorized Guru means must come from these four Sampradaya, we say. What are the four Sampradayas? Huh? From where? Brahma Sampradaya, from Lord Brahma. From where? Lord Brahma. And then the another Sampradaya? Huh? Sri Sampradaya, from Lakshmi Sampradaya. Another one? Rudra Sampradaya, from Lord Shiva. Another one? Kumara Sampradaya, the four Kumara. Oh, Prabhu, I'm worshipping Lord Shiva, I'm connected to him. Does it make sense like that? Huh? How does this work? When we say Sampradaya means Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lakshmi, and the four Kumaras are the leaders of this Sampradaya. Why they are leaders? Because they had heard from Lord. Lord Krishna spoke to them to originate this Sampradaya. You follow? You follow? So therefore Brahma, Rudra, Lakshmi, and you cannot go directly to Brahma. That's not possible. You must come in the what? The lineage from Lord Brahma to see, like here in our case. In our case, you can see here. What happened to this? So here you can see this. I think it goes long way down. Huh? So in our Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada he explicitly explained this point that how this parampara is, very important. So for those people, many people are, having Bhagavad Gita and so many things, but they are not familiar with this lineage. I think I'll go this way. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, text 1, right? It's not coming. Huh? You're going to the Bhagavad. Hello? Okay, we got it here. Okay, here, see this? So this is the parampara of our disciplic succession. From Krishna to Brahma to Narada to Madhvacharya, Padmanabha, Narahari, Madhava, like this, it goes down all the way. This parampara, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa Sanatan, Bhakti Vinod, Bhakti Siddhanta, and you see the number 32 there? Who is that? Is sitting here, you see here? So this is our line. So if someone says he's learning or he's coming from some guru somewhere, he must prove that the guru has got a lineage. If the guru doesn't have this lineage, then the parampara is not there. And that means he's not authorized. So you need to go to such a guru and get yourself connected. You understand? Yeah? It says here, you must get what? Initiated. Initiated means what? That you surrender. You understand? And you obey the orders given by the. Now many of you saying, Prabhu, I don't require initiation or that. I just chanted, that's it. Huh? Right? Some people think like that. You don't have a guru. Huh? So here you can see what happened now. Don't seem to get inside here now. Something wrong with my system now. All right, let's see. Taking time here. So you see here in this verse, this is Chaitanya Charitamrita. Unless one is initiated by a bona fide spiritual master, all his devotional activities are useless. A person who is not properly initiated can descend again into the animal species. There's a point. You understand? There's a chance that you can go and become a. Understand this point? See how important that one should work himself to the point of getting what? Connected to? It's not something that it's all right. I'll come on Sunday and I will just, be with the devotee chant huh? Yeah, but you must get what? Connected. Correct? If you don't get connected, then your devotional service are what? What is that? Useless. And again, you can, if not properly initiated, you can descend again into animal species. Do you want to take a chance? I'm tired of being a human being, bro. I think one day I don't mind crocodile. Stay cool in the water. What? Yes, think. You understand? This is all very important instruction. If you don't want to take this step, then chances are there. So therefore, to take shelter of a bona fide guru, to get initiated and to follow his instruction will then bring us to who? Bring us to who? Very important. You cannot think I can do my way. There's no my way. When you go to God, there's only one way. Whose way? Huh? His way. Therefore, surrender means according to whose condition? My terms. Yes. So, in order to know his terms and conditions, usually when you sign a contract, there's a terms and conditions, right? Yes or no? No terms and conditions. When you went to work, you just went in your bag. You have what? Why terms and conditions? Why? Why? Because you agree to abide by all these rules and similarly Krishna also has got rules and regulations. You understand? That's why we take our commitment. Yes, I agree to surrender. You think this is something we say? Krishna himself is saying. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, okay, here, see this? Krishna is saying to Arjuna, if you want to get to surrender to me, tat vidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. Upadekshanti te jnanam, jnanina tattva darshana. This is the three things Krishna says, you see. You just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-reliant soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. So here, see this? Pranipatena means surrendering also. This word. So we have to do three things when we go to the spiritual master. Krishna is saying, first thing is to go and surrender to him. Pranipatena. Second thing is that you pariprasnena, you submissively inquire. And then the last thing, what is that? Favor. So three things must be there. Understand? These are the three conditions for what? Surrendering. If you don't want to do this, then it's very difficult to terms and conditions. I cannot do something that I want to do and I like to do and then go to God. That's not possible. That's not what? Not possible. You understand? These are all very important basic points. Yeah? It says why you need a guru. Why? Why do you need a guru? Yeah? Firstly, of course, the Guru will give you knowledge, right? Secondly, why you need the Guru? Because we have got so much of karma for so many lifetimes. Yes? Yes? Yeah. Because to go to Krishna, all this karma has to go. So when you surrender to the Guru and get connected to him by Diksha, two things happen when you take Diksha. One, all your karmas are taken away by the Guru. All the what? Ah, understand, like your computer, no? Reset, finish, clean up the whole thing. Right? Format. What the word? Format. Clean. Huh? That's how the Guru does. He format your whole life. And no more karma. And then he gives you knowledge. So these two things happen when you take shelter of the Guru. Because we have so much karma, it's very difficult to go. Because we have what? Struggling with all our sinful activities. That's why Guru is so important. You understand? That's why just now you say when you go to the Guru, you get supreme happiness. Because he is connected to Krishna. And because Krishna is full of happiness, Krishna is what? What is his name? Sat Chit Ananda. So because he is full of Ananda and someone who is connected to him, he will be able to give you that Ananda. So this is the only way if you want to become happy. There is no other way. You can trying to get money or trying to get what? A very good wife, family, or you trying to say that you want to go to heaven. These are the three ways you find happiness anyway. You cannot become successful. You cannot become. You can try. Nobody say no. You try. Right? You cannot become. That's why Krishna says also, you come to me. You come to through the spiritual path. Then everything is what? Set. In fact, if you go through this way, then you will be able to go to the supreme planet, Vaikuntha, whereby you don't come back again to this material world. Because material world full of miseries. Yeah? Yes? You follow? So you think this is a deal or not a deal? Huh? Go to the Guru, surrender, all karma is gone. Learn what he tells you to do. Particularly, he will tell you to chant what? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Without fail, every day. For us, 16 rounds minimum. And we have to follow four principles. Sinful activities we have to give up. What is that? No meat, fish, egg. What else? No gambling. What else? Huh? No intoxication, including coffee and tea. Then, no illicit sex. Of course, it may be difficult initially, but by and by getting connected to this process, you will be able to give up all these anarthas very easily. Very, because Krishna is very powerful. Correct? Yes? This holy name of the Lord is so powerful, He can destroy all these sins with the help of Krishna and Guru. So you see how this process is so dynamic. This process is so, you understand? That is here. etat nirvidyamananam ichatam akuto vayam yoginam nalpa nirnitam arehe nama anukirtanam. This word, nirpa nirnitam, it has been concluded. That means it is, decided. Understand? Uh, Decided truth. You see this word here? Huh? It is decided truth. Says here. O King, constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord after the ways of the great authorities is the doubtless and fearless way of success for all. What is that here? What is it? Constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord after the ways of great authorities by following the Guru. Great authorities mean who? Is the doubtless and fearless way of success for all. The what? Confirm success, yes. Win-win situation, completely, no loss, win. Yes, for who? For all, including those who are free from all material desires, those who desire some material enjoyment, or those who are self-satisfied by dint of transcendental knowledge. So if you take up this process of chanting, you will become successful. But you must follow the authorities. You cannot just chant without following authority. Yeah? You understand? Not do my way. I like this. No, I like that mantra. That mantra feels so good. Huh? You have to follow who? Huh? Acharya Upasanam. You must follow the authority of the spiritual master. Then yes, then it will become very what? Successful means what? You get supreme happiness. You get what? Supreme? Yes. And this happiness, it is not ending. It is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam, increasing happiness. Is what? Uh, Not temporary happiness. And even if you get this happiness, even you are put into difficulty, you are not shaken. You are not what? You are not shaken. There's another advantage. See how powerful this is. Explained here. Yam labdva chaparam labam manyate nadikam tata yasmin stito na dukena guruna pi vichalyate. So when you get this happiness, this is what everything is there in the Bhagavad Gita. In this joyous state, one is situated in boundless transcendental happiness realized through transcendental senses. Established thus, one never departs from truth. And upon gaining this, he thinks there is no greater gain. Being situated in such a position, one is never shaken, even in the midst of greatest difficulty. So that you're not what? Shaken, even in the midst of greatest difficulty. How powerful this program is. This indeed is the actual freedom from all miseries arising from material contact. So now what you have to do? What you have to do? Nothing. Huh? Surrender to who? Yes. If you want to surrender there, you cannot just come here and surrender there. No? You must go to the devotees here, correct? And go there. Just, Prabhu, I surrender. Is that? Then why this temple here? Why the devotee is wasting time? Huh? You must surrender to who? The devotees. They will teach you how to go there. Yes? Yes? I've seen sometimes they come here, they just go there and they don't even care even for the devotees. Many times they don't even say Hare Krishna. What's the attitude? Yeah? Understand? How are you going to go there? You simply can walk there, is it? How? How? Huh? How? How? To go to the devotees. Then they will teach you. Hey, you bow down like this, you bow down like that, you chant, you please chant Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya. When you chant, don't fall asleep. Walk if you fall asleep. So many directions. Yes? Yes or no? You have to learn. You follow. That's why devotee association is very, very important. You cannot just go like that. Yes? Correct? Hello? Ah. But these things are not there in any organization. I don't see that. Most organizations don't even have their guru there. Most temples don't even have a guru there. Yes? Do you have? Hello? Do you have? Ah. Nobody teach you these things? Anybody teach you these things? Ah. So you want to know how to get real happiness? Yes? How? 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 How to get real happiness now? Through the guru, go to Krishna. Then yes, then the soul will be really happy. Then the soul will be, because eternally we are all part and parcel of Krishna. So we get back our lost link. Our lost, because we have been separated, we get into so many problems. So when we get back to that link again, then again we become very, very happy. Then we are not interested. We are not interested in this wealth. We are not interested in the family. We are not, all these things will have to go because we are constitutionally spirit soul. We are not this body. May be frightening what I say, but this is the fact. We all belong to the real Father. Who is that? Ah, of course, if you have a family or you have money, then the best way is to engage all that in whose service? Krishna's service. Then it becomes proper. If you have family, you must think that this my these children they are all Krishna's what? Servant. Ah. That way you become free. And if you got money, proper use of wealth, Danam dharmeka palam. Danam dharma ki palam. Proper use of money is to use it in the service of, then you are not implicated. Understand? If you don't connect everything to Krishna, then you get entangled. Finish. Problem after problem after problem. So therefore, try to understand. If you are looking for happiness, then this is the only happiness. There's no way. That's why Krishna says, abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender to me. I will deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Krishna said, there's no other shortcuts. There cannot be any shortcuts. You go to the demigods and worship them, yeah, they will give you material benefits. Nobody say no. But these benefits are very temporary. In fact, Krishna said this benefit from the demigod is very antavatu palatesham, very insignificant. And temporary. Temporary. It's not permanent. Demigods can be easily pleased, they can be easily angered also. Understand? This is. So try to understand the science. That's why knowledge, why Krishna spoke all these things. Yeah? Why he spoke to Arjuna all these things? For us. We are coming so many lifetimes behind. 5,000 years ago they spoke. And now we are again hearing this message. Yes? Why? Because we need to learn how to come out. We cannot think and put hope in these things, family, money, and all these things. These are all impermanent. They cannot make you happy. You understand? Is there any questions? Huh? Clear? Not clear? Yeah. Clear, but next week I'm not coming anymore. This is very dangerous place. Huh? Tell me any questions anymore. Because you come to learn. You come here and not waste time. Yes? Understand? That's the meaning of association. Otherwise, why? Bhagavad Gita for what? For fun. Huh? Tell me. So I think you have no more questions. I don't think you will have questions anyway. Yeah?
Those who are already stuck in family life, then what they should do now?
So if you are stuck in family life, very good question. So here, it is explained here by Narada Muni. Yudhishthira asked the same question. This is the question asked by Yudhishthira. Maharaj Yudhishthira inquired for Narada Muni. Oh my Lord, oh great sage, kindly explain how we who are staying at home without knowledge of the goal of life may also easily attain liberation according to the instruction of the Vedas. Is that your question? See how you asking question and Narada already thought about it. Don't think the Shastras are, is some mythologist story. See everything. He's asking a question and I'm showing you the relevant. What is the answer? Narada said, my dear king, those who stay at home as householders must act to earn their livelihood. It's a fact, you must earn to go and make money. Yeah? Is it? And instead of trying to enjoy the result of their work themselves, they should offer this result to Krishna, Vasudeva. How to satisfy Vasudeva in this life can be perfectly understood through the association of great devotees of the Lord. Exactly what we say in the class. Tell me what I say is not wrong, right? Hello? Okay. Confirmed by? Not only finish, he said again. There's a very important word there. A grihastha must associate again and again. Is that the word? Again and not just come and that's it, okay, Hare Krishna, bye bye. Huh? What? Again and again. With saintly person and with great respect, he must hear the nectar of the activities of the Supreme Lord. That means he should come to what? Here. Huh? The activities of the Supreme Lord and His incarnation, as these are activities, is described in the Srimad Bhagavatam and other Puranas. Though thus one should gradually become detached from the affection of his wife and children, exactly like a man awakening from a dream. Gradually. But the process is to associate with devotees. That is the only way you can come out of this entanglement. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra hoy, Lava Mantra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi hoy. The whole Shastra is saying, associate with devotees, associate with devotees, associate with. I think I stressed this point in this whole class. Yes? Yes? Because you see, you are going to work, you have to make money. That's a fact. How many hours you are there? How many hours? I mean, not less than 10 hours, 2 hours traveling back, 4 hours. Practically how many? 10 to 14 hours. Yes. And who you sitting with when you travel? Some Narada Muni? Huh? Who? Vyasadeva? Who you sitting with? Who? Tell me, who? And when you go to office, oh, Bhagavan, what? Narada and all the associates are there in your office. Who is there? Huh? All kind of meat-eaters and all kind of nonsense, yes? And 12 hours, 10 hours you are with them. You are so powerful, you will never get contaminated. Hello? Actually, Prabhu, when I go to office, I give association. In my office, everybody is chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Is that a fact? Come on, you will get contaminated. You will get what? Contaminated. You understand? That's why what is the proof that you are getting contaminated? You are disturbed in your mind. Yes? Yes or no? Huh? You understand? That is how this Maya works. Very, very powerful. That's why Krishna said this Maya of mind. Devi is guna Maya. Mama Maya Turatyaya. Very, very difficult to overcome, my mind. It's not some lightweight. Understand? That's why Narada Muni is saying here, you go and associate with my devotees. You understand? Because why devotees? Because devotees are carrying the Lord in the heart. The devotees are what? They're so powerful because they're carrying the Lord. They can purify any kind of a mind. No problem. You understand? That's the goal. So this is why there's a program. This program is already designed for you to help you. So if you are a householder, then this is the only way. Then why we are struggling to build our temple and all this for fun? We are building this temple for fun. What? Why? Why? Now, okay, you all came here. After all your contamination, you have come here. Do you feel good or no good? Huh? You feel your mind is purified or not? Yes or not? Eh? So that is the effect of Krishna here, the temple, so powerful. You understand? This is the whole idea. So we need to learn this exercise. And that way we can get free because householders, they have to stay at home. There's so many contamination. I already explained that at length. Yes. So to purify, we need to come and associate with. Yes. No. No sound coming. What?
Yes.
Tired already. Come on. This is why we need strong association. We need what?
Strong.
Otherwise, this Maya is a walkover. Correct? Unless if you are a Narada Muni or what, Haridas Thakur or what, then I don't know. Then of course you can start your own organization. No problem. Otherwise, we really need. All right. Any other questions? Clear? Okay. So what you do now? You chant it. You chant the mala. Huh? Aarti first. Aarti then chanting. Huh? Okay. We will have Aarti now. Please wake up. Stand up. Huh? No question. We will close the class here.